Welcome back to my channel. Today I am not on my motorcycle, I am inside my car because I am here to install this Aoocci V30S. This is an Android Auto CarPlay device. It also has a inbuilt dash camera, front and rear view dash camera. So there is 2-in-1 functionality in it. And why I have got this is because my car does not have a Android Auto CarPlay screen. So this is a Hyundai Elite i20 which is 10 years old, and it has a Bluetooth function, but it does not have an Android Auto CarPlay device. Usually people go for aftermarket screens by removing the traditional audio setup. I didn't want to go for that because I will lose out on this volume knob. Physical buttons are always good, that's why I wanted to have the volume knob. So this particular device will be installed over here on top of the dash, and it can be powered using two things. One is using this cigarette lighter port, but if you do that, the wire will be lying over here. And then second one is direct hardwire connection, where the wire will be hidden inside and connected to the fuse box. So let's unbox this product and see what all things it has, and also I will show you the installation and all the functionality of this device. You don't want to miss any part of this video, and hence let's get started with the video. Let me go ahead and unbox it. So this is how the box looks. There is nothing mentioned over here, and here it states V30S. This is from the Aoocci company, the same company who provided me the Aoocci BX, which is there on my motorcycle. So let's unbox it. Packaging looks great. There is a foam, and there is an instruction manual. I'll go through this later. And here is the main unit. It is nicely wrapped inside this plastic. So this is how the screen looks like. We will come to this later. First, let's see what's there inside the box. There is a direct port which can be plugged into the cigarette lighter port, the normal charging port, and then you can power it using the Type-C. There is a Type-C port inside the module through which it will be powered. There is a GPS module which is supplied along with this kit. There is a suction mount. This mount can be used if you want to mount it directly on the windshield. If you don't want to use that, there is a pasting base mount which will be mounted on the dashboard. This is how it looks. And if you don't want to use your cigarette lighter port, that is the normal charging cable, you can use the hard wiring kit. So this is the hard wiring kit, and you can see there is a fuse kind of a mechanism. So I will use the hardwire kit. I'm not going to use this direct charging option because the wire will be lying in front of the dash and it will spoil the look. So I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use this particular cable. Apart from that, this is the rear view camera, and there is a lot of wiring also because the camera will be mounting on the rear, and then it has to come to the front, and then it will be connected to the main module. Now let's come to the main module. This is how it looks like. So it has a camera where you can change the angle. This is the front camera, and this is the rear camera, and also has a power button over here. Apart from that, no ports on this side, but there are a lot of ports on this side. So this one is 3.5 mm jack, which will, if you want to connect it to your old stereo, there is a memory card slot. And this one is, I guess, for the rear camera. This is where the rear camera will get connected, and this is for the power, the Type-C port. I forgot to tell you, there is also a 3.5 mm connector, which is the aux cable. Let's go to the car technician and get this installed. I came to the shop known as Car Tuners. Let's see if they install it over here or not. Now that the Android Auto CarPlay system has been installed, and you can see how the fitting has been done. So I did not use the base mount. I used the suction mount to mount it on the windshield, and from there that extension is coming, and then it is resting on the dashboard. And on the dashboard, so it is not just hanging in the air. I have added a double side tape over here so that it does not scratch the dashboard. So it's like two type of protection that it has. One is from the base with the double-sided tape, and other is from the suction mount that it has over there. And let me explain you the wiring, how it is done. So the wiring goes in from there, the hard connection, and then from near the dashboard and the windshield, that gap, in that gap the wire is hidden, and then it goes inside. So this A pillar was removed, and from there the wiring came over here, and it is mounted like this. So you can see there are two fuses over here, and one of the both the fuses are removed, and this is done over here. So you need to be very careful while selecting the fuses which you are choosing to give the connection to these. Based on that only the system will work. And let me tell you the features of this particular device, what all things it has. Right now my phone is connected to it, and whenever you switch on the device it will show up this screen. And the moment I put the reverse gear, can you see the rear camera? So rear camera is also seen, and once I remove the rear reverse, it goes back to the home screen. Now going to the Android Auto, right now my Android Auto is paired. So this is how it looks like. So you can use this for your GPS navigation, and if suppose there is any music which is playing in the car, that will be seen over here as well. Good thing about this particular system is that the stock audio system remains the same. I can use these controls, everything remains, and the display will be seen over there. I can change it using these options as well. And let me show you the Android Auto menu. So if you have a Android device, this is how it will look. If you have an Apple device, the Apple CarPlay UI is a little different. It's just that only once you have to pair it, and once it is paired through Bluetooth, it uses the Wi-Fi connection. Your phone should have the Wi-Fi connection on, and then it automatically connects to it. Even in this mode, if I put the reverse gear, it goes to the reverse mode, and once I remove the reverse gear, it goes back to the normal page. Now let's go to the home screen of this device. So there is a small toggle option. I go to the home screen. So this is how the layout looks like. There is settings. This is very important, guys. Audio. So my car has Bluetooth stereo system. So if your car does not have Bluetooth stereo system, you can use the aux cable to connect to the car. And if you don't have aux cable also, because I'm assuming that your car is old, then you should have FM audio. And if you select FM audio, the same frequency needs to be set on your car FM audio, and then both of them will sync. But because my car has Bluetooth system, I have just selected Bluetooth audio, and whatever audio is being played over here will be through my stock audio system of the car. Let's go back. Let's see what else do we have. So this is nothing but the dash cam recording. You can see the footages. So this is the rear video. All the files can be seen. And please note, there is no memory card supplied with this device. So I have installed a new memory card in this device. You will have to install it. But let's go back to the home screen. And if you want to use the ADAS function, it's there on this device. And this is the ADAS setting. If you switch it on, do you see it is detecting a car in front, and it is also detecting that car which is standing over there. So this is a gimmicky feature. I don't believe it is much helpful, but it is there in this device. But I'm not going to use it, so I'll just switch it off. If you want to use it, you can. And if you don't want to use, go to the home screen, you just want to view the front camera, you can directly click on this option, and this camera screen will always stay on. If you want to toggle between the camera, suppose this is the front camera which is being viewed right now, you just need to swipe left and you will be able to see the rear camera. If you swipe further left, you'll see the front and rear both at a time. So these are the functions that are there on this. Now let's go back to the home screen, and if I go to settings, there are various settings for brightness, format SD card, and then we have system settings. There are a lot of settings. Display full screen. Do you want to switch to projection mode? No. So basically you can mirror your phone also. So there is a phone mirror link. If you mirror your phone onto this device, then if whatever in YouTube videos that you are playing on your phone, which that can be viewed on the screen as well. And there is this theme option. If you go to this theme option, there are these 3 types of themes. I am using this theme currently. Let's suppose I want to use this theme. I'll just select it and press yes, go back. This is how the theme looks like, and the best thing about this device is it comes with Android Auto CarPlay and also dash camera. Dash camera is something which is very important in today's world, and not only for older cars, for newer cars also you don't get dash camera these days. So this is a very handy feature to have. And best thing I like this, I need not have to remove this particular audio system. My knobs and everything stays, and I'll be able to use this device. Let's go back to the Android Auto screen. So if I want to use the Google Maps in full screen, I can do it like this. Let's say I want to navigate to some place, I'll select that, and then it starts navigating like this. Let me show you the rear camera where it is mounted. So the rear camera goes from the left and then it comes over here. So this is where the rear camera is mounted. Let me open the boot. So I have mounted the rear camera using a double side tape, and this is how the wiring looks like. And the rear camera is connected to the rear reverse gear tail light. That's why once you switch to the reverse gear, the camera becomes on. And there is also a GPS device to capture the latitude and longitude details that I have pasted it over here itself. You can see it on the dashboard, and this is how the system looks like on my car. Now let's go on a drive and I'll show you in real time how this device works while you're on the drive. Now while driving the car, I need not worry to place my phone over here. The map screen is there right in front of me. This is really cool. And I'm not playing songs as of now because of copyright issue. If I play the song, then I'll get a strike on this video. Now coming to the price of this device. So this Aoocci V30S is priced at 17,500 Indian rupees, but you can get a 22% discount using my code Prakash Suraj, which will give you a discount of around 4,000 rupees, and this device will cost you 13,700 Indian rupees. So this is a value for money product, guys. And if you don't want to remove your stock music system on your car and you want to add on an Android Auto and the dual channel dash camera system, this is the device to go for. And I was looking for something like this, and finally Aoocci has designed it, and it is there on my car. And this is not for the latest generation cars. If your car does not have Android Auto CarPlay device, only then you need to go for this device. Or else if you just need the dash camera, you can buy dash camera systems which are available in the market. This is specifically for Android Auto, which has an added dash camera system. So that's all I had about Aoocci V30S in this video. And not only on this device, if you purchase any device on Aoocci website, whether it is C6 Pro or the Aoocci BX which I have installed on my motorcycle, you will get 28% discount on all the products across Aoocci website. So do check out the website, and the link is in the description section down below. And I hope you found this video helpful. If yes, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, because it is free for you, but it definitely helps me a lot. With that, I will sign off from this video, and I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.